Alright, what is up guys? Today we are back on Pokemon Showdown. Today I am very excited to be bringing you my week 6 match versus my very good friend Cam and his team, the Thunderbolts Wanderers. Cam, you have a weird team name. But anyway guys, we just had this match. I'm recording this right after, and I just want to say, going into this match, I was really nervous. We weren't planning to battle today. Cam had to go. I showed up just as he was about to go to sleep. We're in different time zones. He's in the UK, I'm in the US. So it was really weird. We were really pressed for time because he was about to go to bed. He only had a few minutes to battle, so we didn't have as much time as we would have liked. So I had to make some of my moves a little bit quicker, and yeah, the stress level was a little bit higher. So going into this match, I am 5-0, number 1 in the league, undefeated so far. So if there's anyone that I'm willing to lose to, it's probably Cam, because Cam is a really good battler, arguably the best battler in the league. He has a really scary team, and I would love to win this game so much. Cam is he's a great friend, he's a great guy. He's in a lot of my videos. If you've seen some of my other work, my other masterpieces. But this match was really big for both of us. He's 4-1, I believe, before this match. So this is a big game for him as well, if he wants to be I guess more comfortable in the playoff race. We're pretty much guaranteed in playoffs, especially if we win this match. So that's really good. But getting right into this, I brought my offensive Life Orb Nidoqueen, an Assault Vest Rotom Wash, my Cotton Guard Mega Altaria, a Life Orb Greninja, Life Orb Latios that doesn't have HP Fire, and my Porygon 2, simply just because, so I don't lose to Scolipede. The Swords Dance Scolipede with Superpower doesn't, +2 does not OHKO my Porygon. Everything else on my team does. So I had to bring Porygon. I originally brought Wobbuffet, but I decided to change that so I wouldn't just get 6-0'd by Scolipede. And bringing Porygon definitely comes in handy. You will see later in this match. So he's bringing the Volcanion, the Scizor, the Scolipede, the Aromatisse. I'm guessing just so like my Latios couldn't just like run through his team. The Donphan and the Hitmonchan. So a couple things I've noticed is that he does not have any ground immunity, which means my Nidoqueen puts even more pressure on him. I have no reason not to click Earth Power versus everything, because he has no immunity. It pretty much gets a kill when I click it, so that's really good. Nidoqueen, I think, was a very good bring this week. I am slower, so if he has speed on his Volcanion, he'll be able to outspeed me. But yeah, Nidoqueen definitely looking like a potential win condition. Altaria is nice, potentially for like a later in the game, like weakening after I weaken Scizor, weaken Scolipede, which would be nice, because I am a Cotton Guard Altaria. But I really don't need Altaria to win, because Rotom giving me pivots into my more offensive Pokemon like Nidoqueen, Latios, and Greninja I think should be enough, especially because he didn't bring any ground immunity. So I think I've rambled long enough, so we're gonna go ahead and get this match started. I lead off with my Rotom. I was debating this lead for a while. I didn't know quite what I wanted to lead with, but Rotom has just a decent matchup versus everything. I didn't really need my Rotom too healthy. I'm a Soul Vest, so I take hits from anything, and I can pretty much just get a Volt Switch off on whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and Volt Switch, and I know that even if this is like an offensive Aromatisse, it can't do much to my Nidoqueen. Cam does make a really good prediction here, going for the Psychic on my Nidoqueen, but you see that does not do much, and now I knew that Psychic was a possibility, but it couldn't OHKO me even if he was like Choice Specs modest, so I felt that Nidoqueen was definitely my best move, and definitely happy I made it because this thing puts so much offensive pressure on him. So I think that Cam is probably, he could overpredict here, thinking that I would click Earth Power again because he has no ground immunity. But Sledge Wave is just my safest move. He's not going into Scizor. If I can get rid of Aromatisse, that's great for Latios. So he's going to go hard into his Hitmonchan, thinking an Ice Punch could come out, a Drain Punch can come out, whatever. I know Rotom can live two of anything. So that's exactly what I'm going to go into. I take a big chunk and I find out that he's offensive. He's going to go into his Volcanion, predicting Will-O-Wisp, I guess, which I don't have because I'm a Soul Vest. And we're due over 50%, and I can just kill off that Volcanion with a Psyshock with my Latios. So Latios picking up its first kill of the match as he goes into Scolipede, putting some offensive pressure on me right away. I really have no choice but to go into my Porygon to sponge up a hit, or because like everything else just dies. He unfortunately misses the Mega Horn, which is really good for me. But he is just going to go hard into his Hitmonchan, as I just go for the Hidden Power Fire. It's pretty risk-free. If he goes into Hitmonchan, I have plenty of switch-ins. Hitmonchan, not super worried about. If he switches in Scizor, great. If he stays in, great. And Donphan, I beat 1v1 very, very easily. So he does bring in the Trinidad as I get my speed boost. So I'm going to switch out here into my Altaria. Now, I know that Ice Punch is definitely a possibility, but Altaria is definitely just my best bet because if he goes for a Drain Punch, I can set up a Cotton Guard and start whittling down some of his Pokemon. And if he does go straight for the Ice Punch and kill me, then Altaria wasn't doing too much this match anyway. I didn't need Altaria to win, so that is exactly why I went out into it. He does make a very good read and goes for the Ice Punch, knocking out my Altaria, which is really good for him. So we unfortunately don't 6-0 Cam. But the match is looking good for me, so I now can bring in my Latios, and pretty much something dies when I click Draco Meteor, so that is exactly what I'm going to click. He's going to go into Donphan, as I do go ahead, drop a Draco, bring that thing down to its sturdy. So that's very nice for me. I pretty much don't have to worry about Donphan anymore. You just go ahead and go for Psyshock. If he wants to go into Scizor, I have Rotom, I have a lot of stuff. So Psyshock, you'll see pretty much I felt as though I had the advantage in most of the match, even though I've been like I lost momentum with the Altaria. I really didn't need to make any crazy predictions. I really could play safe and win. So I'm just gonna go for the safe Psyshock as he brings in his Scolipede. Again, I have no choice but to go out into my Porygon. If he doubles into Hitmonchan, then I'm not worried about that at all. He is just going to go for a Poison Jab there, not risking a miss. We don't get poisoned, thankfully, and Porygon eats that up very nicely. We see that he is Life Orb there, which is very good. And I believe I just go for a Thunder Wave here, safe Thunder Wave. Yes, alright. So we have now paralyzed the Hitmonchan, and I don't knock it out with a Tri-Attack from this range, so I am going to switch out into my Latios. I daddied Ice Punch in case I'd go Rotom. I was pretty confident he would go for a Drain Punch there because, thinking he might overpredict, but again, I can really just make the safe plays and make the obvious safe plays and win. So we go for the Psyshock on that Scizor. This is a modest max special attack Latios, so you see that just how much that does a lot. And I'm going to decide just to sack off my Latios because if he went for a U-turn, I didn't want to give him momentum. That was kind of the only way I lost, is if he got momentum and then won with Scolipede or something. So once again, I am just going to make the safe play, sacking my Latios. Latios definitely did its job. Got 2 kills, and now I can bring in my Greninja and pretty much get a kill with this Life Orb Scald. So he's going to go into his Hitmonchan and live the Scald thanks to its pretty solid special defense. Now, I'm not trying to catch a Mach Punch. I know Rotom can take 2. If he goes for a Drain Punch, then that's fine. I don't need Rotom at all either. So he's just gonna go for a Mach Punch. It's not a 2-hit KO at the range I'm at. And he gets fully paralyzed there. Not gonna matter too much as I just go for the Thunderbolt, knock out the Trinidad. Didn't want to Volt Switch there. I didn't want to give him the switch initiative. So he's now going to bring in Scolipede, which is a big threat for sure. He's just gonna go for a Mega Horn and knock out my Rotom. I didn't want my Porygon taking any more damage than it needed to. So I could be healthy because a Mega Horn plus a +2 superpower then knocked me out, and he would have won if I choked that away. So definitely just gonna make the safe play here and go ahead and recover so I am at as much health as possible. But before that, I go for the Thunder Wave, knowing that I can outspeed next turn, and this threat will be neutralized throughout the rest of the match. So go ahead, toss out the Thunder Wave, and then go for the safe recover. As I mentioned, after one more Life Orb hit, a Hidden Power Fire will knock him out, and his last 2 Pokemon die to the Hidden Power Fire the range they're at. So I'm gonna go for one more safe recover, making him take one more Life Orb hit, and being at as full of health as possible now. He gets a crit there. No need in going for another recover because I outspeed everything. Thanks to the speed boost, Porygon has a really good ability in Trace, so we are going to go ahead and knock him out with that Hidden Power Fire, and his last Pokemon is Sizzler. We are max HP, max defense, so he's not knocking us out with a Bullet Punch. And we do have the Hidden Power Fire. So he is just going to go into the Sizzler, as I'm going to throw out a Hidden Power Fire and knock that out. So it's going to be a good game. We are now 6-0, number 1 in the league, guaranteed in playoffs, and we're killing it right now. I'm not sure who we play next week, but I'm definitely excited. My goal now is undefeated. I've never gone undefeated, but that would be great. Just kind of proving myself. I mean, after 6 seasons, I think I've earned some respect. Not to brag or anything, but if I could go undefeated this season, I think that would really be cool, and definitely a big achievement. It is just Pokemon, of course, but that would be really cool. So a good game to Cam. We're really pressed for time, so I think the match might have been a little bit different if Cam could think out some of his decisions a bit more. But I'm glad we got to squeeze in our game, and I'm glad that we won, of course. So like I said, me and the Miami Manaphies are now 6-0. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Definitely stay tuned for next week. Definitely stay tuned for more Pokemon content. If you liked what you saw in this video, I ask you to please subscribe and please like this video if your heart desires. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm not sure if I already said that, but I'm gonna say it again because you guys are dank. So thank you guys so much for watching. Come on, jeez. Okay, stop. All right, 3 times is enough. All right, thank you for being cool. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.